Slow emotional piano music begins. I used to believe that no one in the world could ever understand me better than my twin sister. We shared the same face, the same birthday, the same childhood memories. But what I didn't know was that the person I trusted most was secretly waiting for the perfect moment to destroy me. My name is Amelia Carter. And this is the story of how my twin sister stole my identity, and nearly stole my life. Growing up, everyone called Lily and me the perfect twins. But we were nothing alike. I was quiet, careful, responsible. Lily was fearless, charming, dangerous. She had this way of taking things from people and making them feel guilty for being upset about it. At first, it was little things. My favorite clothes, my friends, my spotlight. Then one day, when we were 16, she stole my boyfriend. I remember crying for hours while Lily looked at me and said something I would never forget. If he liked me more, maybe he was never yours. That was the first time I realized my sister didn't just want attention. She wanted what belonged to me. Still, she was my sister. And no matter how badly she hurt me, I kept forgiving her. Years passed, and eventually I built a life far away from her chaos. By 26, I finally felt happy. I had my dream job at a publishing company in Chicago, a beautiful apartment, and a man named Daniel who loved me in a way I had never experienced before. For the first time in my life, I felt safe, chosen, important. But happiness never lasted long around Lily. One rainy night, she showed up at my apartment crying with a suitcase in her hand. Mascara running down her face. Voice shaking. I have nowhere else to go. Every instinct inside me told me not to let her in. But she was my twin sister. So I opened the door. That decision destroyed everything. At first, things seemed normal. But slowly, I noticed strange behavior. Lily started copying me, not casually, obsessively. She wore my clothes, used my perfume, practiced speaking exactly like me. Sometimes I would walk into a room and catch her staring at me in silence. Not like a sister, like someone studying a target. Then she started getting close to Daniel. Too close. I ignored the feeling in my stomach because I wanted to believe I was imagining things. Until the night everything shattered. I came home early from work. The apartment was quiet, too quiet. Then I heard laughter coming from my bedroom. My heart started pounding. I slowly opened the door. And froze. Daniel stood there shirtless beside Lily. And Lily was wearing my pajamas. It felt like the world stopped breathing. Daniel tried to explain, but Lily just smiled at me. That same cold smile she had worn our entire lives. You always lose, sister. I snapped. Years of pain exploded out of me. I slapped her across the face so hard her lip split open. But instead of crying, she laughed, blood running down her chin while she laughed like she enjoyed my suffering. That was the moment I realized something terrifying. Lily didn't just hurt people. She loved it. I threw them both out that night. Blocked Daniel, changed my locks, and promised myself I would never let Lily near me again. But I underestimated how far she was willing to go. A few weeks later, my entire life started collapsing. My bank account was emptied. My work email got hacked. Someone canceled my apartment lease. Then my boss called me into his office. He showed me hateful messages sent from my email address. Messages I never wrote. I tried explaining, but nobody believed me. I lost my job that same day. Everything I built disappeared overnight. And then came the worst moment of my life. I went back to my apartment and saw someone unlocking my front door. Someone wearing my coat, my hairstyle, my face. Lily, standing beside Daniel, using my name. The neighbors stared at me like I was a stranger. And when the police arrived, Lily started crying. My sister is mentally unstable, she told them. She thinks she's me, standing beside Daniel, using my name. The neighbors stared at me like I was a stranger. And when the police arrived, Lily started crying. My sister is mentally unstable, she told them. She thinks she's me. And just like that, I became invisible. No one believed I was the real Amelia. Not the police, not my neighbors, not even the man I loved. I lost everything. My home, my career, my identity. I spent nights sleeping in shelters wondering if I was losing my mind. Sometimes I would stand outside my old apartment watching Lily live my life through the windows. Drinking from my coffee mug. Laughing with Daniel. Sleeping in my bed. It felt like I was watching myself disappear. Then one night, I saw Daniel sitting alone outside a restaurant. He looked miserable, broken. Something inside me told me to walk over to him. At first, he looked terrified. Like he had seen a ghost. Then I showed him a scar on my shoulder from a childhood accident. A scar Lily never had. I watched the color drain from his face. That's when he realized the truth. He had been living with the wrong sister. Together, we started gathering evidence. Bank records, security footage, medical documents, and piece by piece, Lily's lies started falling apart. But confronting her would become the most terrifying moment of my life. When we entered the apartment, Lily immediately knew the truth was over. Her face twisted with rage. Pure hatred. "You ruined everything," she screamed. Then she attacked me. Years of jealousy exploded out of her all at once. We fought across the apartment while glass shattered around us. Screaming, crying, bleeding, and in the middle of that chaos, Lily finally confessed, "I wanted your life because nobody ever looked at me the way they looked at you." For the first time in my life, I understood her, not her pain, but her emptiness. Nothing was ever enough for Lily. Not attention, not love, not beauty. She didn't want her own happiness. She wanted mine. The police arrested her that night. And as they dragged her away, she smiled at me. A cold, terrifying smile. "If I couldn't be you," she whispered, "I'd rather destroy you." It's